It's Thursday, December 11th, and I'm basically going to be going over what is going on for the next week or so. Starting with what's going on currently here. Um, as you can see, a big area here of snow from up in Bismarck and even into Montana, stretching all the way down near Des Moines, Iowa, and past Des Moines, Iowa, actually, is currently going on here. Um, and this will push actually all the way into Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio later on this evening. Uh, as you can see right here, from what I've circled, this whole area here will be pushing into or pushing into, like I said, Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio later on this evening. Um, so, and this will be dropping quite a bit of snow. 2 to 5 inches is expected around this area here. Let's go to the outlooks, and I can show you the winter storm outlooks for today. Again, here's that area that I circled. This just goes with what the National Weather Service and the Weather Prediction Center was saying. Um, expect from what they're saying anywhere from 2 to 5 inches. I'm going to say that's a little bit much and really go with 2 to 4 inches, as this will be a fast moving system. It does right now have areas where the heaviest snow is here around in Iowa, around Des Moines, going from Waterloo down into Burlington, Davenport. um, so that is what to expect for today. Tomorrow, two big areas we have going on here. Um, and I'll go over those. Two big areas we got going on over here, which is both slight risks right here in Montana and North and South Dakota. And then we have another one down here in northern Illinois, southern and southwestern Indiana, stretching all the way through Ohio, the southern tip of Ohio, into West Virginia and Kentucky here. Um, this also will drop snow again tomorrow, 2 to 4 inches expected. And then for Saturday, a larger corridor will go from Montana, stretching all the way through Ohio, all the way into the mid Atlantic here. So, and that is also expected to drop 2 to 4. So, three different areas that could drop some snow here within the next few days. Um, or three different storms that'll come through will drop snow within the next few days. So, that's what to expect for the next few days. And let's go back to current conditions again. As you can see, the darker area here up in Montana is likely more heavier snow, but this will all be a fast moving system. So that's why the Weather Prediction Center is only expect or predicting 2 to 5 inches. I'm again going to say 2 to 4, but you could get more locally. So I will be keeping an eye on this for today. And I will also be watching it tomorrow and Saturday as well. To go check out the forecast models, starting with the HRRR. And we're going to do the 16Z model because it is the latest one that's complete here. So to put this in motion, to give you guys an idea of what is going on or what to expect here, I'll do it kind of frame by frame so you can just kind of watch the progression of this. It is moving through, as you can see, and it's a long, long corridor from and it stretches out even, and it goes from Montana all the way down through the Dakotas into Iowa, Minnesota here, and even touching northeastern Missouri. So, and like I said, this will be pushing this way. I don't know what kind of it will be pushing this way through the evening. So, if you're in any of these areas down here, expect this later on this evening. If you're down in this area here, expect this later on this evening to possibly drop a little bit of snow. Like I said, this is fast moving, so it really won't drop too much, luckily enough. But to put this in motion, to give you guys an idea of a frame by frame motion of what it's going to look like and what to expect in your area, it keeps moving. As I said, it is going to basically push into Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio, Kentucky, and then into the mid-Atlantic for tonight or overnight here. It'll push into the mid-Atlantic. Well, basically, it'll just fall apart. To switch it up here, let's go with the GFS model. And we'll put that in motion here, and we can basically, I can go over what I was saying for tomorrow, which is Friday, into Saturday morning here, and we'll do this frame by frame, starting with today. According to the GFS model, this will push down into, like I said, Illinois, Indiana, Southern Ohio, Kentucky, and into Maryland. Will basically, it will fall apart, and this is as of midnight tonight. So going into Friday morning. And I know you guys see all that stuff behind it, and I'll go over that as well because that's a whole nother thing in itself there. So, according to the GFS model, it's not showing too much for tomorrow. So, we're going to switch back over to the NAM model. And we'll put that there in motion. And this is just basically the NAM is going to be for the next few days, but it can help me show what I'm going to, or what I was just talking about in my forecast. This is as of right now. We'll fast forward it to currently. This is as of noon when I'm recording this, my time. So it's basically pushing, as you can see, through the Dakotas, Minnesota, Iowa, and we'll begin to come into Illinois later on this afternoon, and then we'll basically just keep pushing through. Like I said, fast moving system, so this will just keep going. And we'll push through there overnight. This is what to expect in the Ohio Valley overnight. If you're anywhere like in Chicago, Indianapolis, Columbus, Toledo, Louisville, some of them areas there, we can kind of zoom in here and I can give you a better idea of the cities it's going to affect. We'll put this in motion. This is as of 1 a.m. tomorrow morning. This is when this is going to drop all its snow, and then it will just basically continue to push out into the mid-Atlantic, where it's just basically going to fizzle out. And then the next line of snow will come through here. As you can see, it starts way back here in Montana, the Dakotas, and will basically bring us the next round of winter weather. This one will basically kind of come down here from Montana and all the upper Great Plains. Will kind of just sit here. And this again will only drop 2 to 4 inches. This isn't expected really be accumulate that very much. So this will sit here, or this will go through to, or in the morning time to Saturday. Yes, this is 3 a.m. Saturday. This is what it'll look like if you're anywhere in these areas, or what they're expecting, anyways. This isn't for sure, but it looks like all the models are definitely showing what this could be. Um, and then it'll basically just push through. And then the next line will come, and then Sunday, I don't really think we have too much going on. It's probably going to be another little drop of snow. So basically, that's what's going on there. Again, we'll go back to the outlooks here for day one, which is today. This large area here, which is what we're looking at right now. Saturday, or excuse me, Friday. Snow expected here in northern Illinois, central and southern Indiana, northeastern Kentucky, southeastern or southwestern Ohio, excuse me, and Virginia. So if you're anywhere in those areas, expect again 2 to 4 inches. And then day three, another long corridor, which will bring all of that snow to much of the area. So I just basically want to get on here and give you a little idea and a little heads up. I do, however, want to go over some of the temperature anomalies that are currently going on. So we'll go ahead and switch over to that, because this stuff right here was concerning to me. But there is a big change next week. But starting with right now, as you can see, cold temperatures stretching from the Montana, the Dakotas, excuse me, Minnesota, Wisconsin, temperatures anywhere from 10 to 25 degrees. Coming down here into the Ohio Valley, we're seeing temperatures in the upper 20s, lower 30s. Going back up into the Northeast, we're seeing temperatures in the mid 20s and lower 30s. This purple will come down. This purple will come down and push cold air into the northern Great Plains, and bring it basically for the next week, or for the next few days through the weekend into next week, and where we will have warmer temperatures. We will have warmer temperatures for next week and possibly into Christmas time. So let's go over that. As you can see, all these purples are the heavy pockets of cold air here. Zero. I'm getting a bunch of readings for 0 and below temperatures here for Minnesota, um, Wisconsin, North and South Dakota. Seeing a lot of low single digit temperatures here, and this will continue to push into the Ohio Valley through the weekend, where it just basically won't stop until it goes through Monday. And then, as you can see, the temperatures begin to rise. It begins to push that cold air out. A high pressure system will push that cold air out finally for Wednesday, it looks like. And we'll start to see above average temperatures here for much of the country. It'll keep all of that jet stream will stay north of us into Canada, and we won't really see too much, or we won't see really any cold weather unless you're back here in Montana or unless you're back here in Montana, possibly even North Dakota. It will bring some cold pockets, single digit lows for a lot of the areas from Minnesota stretching all the way down into the mid Atlantic, where we'll see single digits, teens, um, for just a few days. And then it will just basically continue through Tuesday. Wednesday is when the warm air and the high pressure system will begin to pull back up from the south, where it will bring us our warmer temperatures, and we'll start to see above average temperatures for a lot of the country. As you can see, 50s, 60s for the Great Plains, the Ohio Valley, and even up into the Northeast, which I'm sure after all of this, they're going to be welcoming it here. And yes, it will melt all this snow that has accumulated from these or from this weekend. So basically, just going to be keeping us warm, pretty much almost into Christmas. Looks like the last week or the week of Christmas is when the temperatures could come back, or when the cold temperatures will come back. As you can see on the 24th here, as you can see on the 24th here, the cold will begin to make its way back into the country, going from here in the upper peninsula of Michigan, stretching all the way down into Colorado, and even as far back as California. We could see some cold 30s and lower 20s. Even back here in Washington and Oregon, I'm seeing some 20s and 30s over here as well. So that'll definitely bring that cold air back, and it'll just continue. But it doesn't really look like it's going to be cold for Christmas, which I know is a bummer for a lot of you. A lot of you guys probably wanting a white Christmas. My opinion, I don't really. It doesn't really matter to me either way. Um, but yeah, we can definitely see a big a big change in the weather. It's going to go from really cold to we'll have a little break from that for next weekend into Christmas, and this could even go as far as through Christmas. Well, definitely it'll go through Christmas and could go as far into New Year's. So just a little idea of what's going on here. Um, I'll go over real quick what this could all look like, what kind of precipitation we should be expecting for the next or into Christmas. As you can see, this is what's going on currently. That snowstorm that winter storm will come through later this evening for, again, the Midwest, the Ohio Valley, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, and all that. Then we'll push into the Mid-Atlantic, like I was saying. And then Saturday we'll get ready for another one that'll come through, and this will kind of just make its way down and curve and sit, or will curve and affect Ohio, Indiana, or northern Indiana and central Illinois here. So that'll go through. Then Sunday, I'm not really seeing anything as a high pressure system is sitting over the upper Great Plains here, and will just basically keep us dry for the next few days. And as we just keep going through, I'm not really seeing too much. I do want to, however, go over what is going on over here in the on the West Coast here. This is a serious situation, and it is something that I want to bring up. They are talking about evacuating 100 million people because of a severe flooding of an extreme flooding event that is happening currently in this area. Anywhere, if you live anywhere there in Washington, Oregon, um, stay tuned to your local forecasts or stay tuned to your local channels for all that. If they do decide to evacuate, I'm not sure, but they expect rain, heavy amounts of rain, 3 to 5 inches at least expected over here, as you'll just get continuously hit. You'll have one uh, rainstorm that will hit today and then another one Monday, as you can see, and it'll just keep coming. And then there's another one again Wednesday that will hit, and then one right behind it, or that's the one for Wednesday. And then there's one right behind it for Thursday, and you just will keep getting hit. So they may evacuate everybody for that. Again, stay tuned to your local channels there, or if you know anybody in that area, just kind of text them, call them, give them a heads up. Um, and if they decide to stay in that area, which I don't know if it's mandatory, if they can, check on them. You know, I am also seeing the possibility of rain, as a low pressure system will kind of push some rain into Ohio, Indiana, and Illinois, stretching all the way back there into Missouri for the 19th, which is Friday. And again, I wanted to let everyone know this is not slam dunk. This is not 100% as of right now, but this is what the forecast models are showing. So there is a possibility of rain on the 19th, and that will basically continue, and then another big rain event on the 21st, where we could possibly see some. It doesn't really look too severe right now, where we could possibly see some rain, anyways. So again, this is not slam dunk. So don't think that I'm out here spreading false information. Sure what's going to actually happen as of right now, but stay tuned for more, and I will have more, and I will be following this throughout the day and posting on Facebook. So if you have my Facebook, um, go ahead and keep checking, and I will see you in the next one.